We're back. What the hell is this? Why are you in me? Yeah, we're back, man. I don't know where the hell I was going with that, but we're back after promising to film more consistently. We took like an entire week off again.
It's true.
But anyway, it mostly had to do with our search because you challenged me to find 5 things that I regretted buying the most. And, I delved deep into my vaults and unearthed some unholy items indeed. And then I challenged you to do the same. So I hope you brought yours because I definitely brought my A game on, or I guess my B game on this crap. That's the pitfall of being a geek, I think, is that as geeks we tend to be completists. And so, like, let's say I buy an action figure, right? That's the one I want. I don't know. Tell me something here.
Ant-Man.
I want Ant-Man.
No one wants Ant-Man.
No one wants Ant-Man, but I want Ant-Man. And I go out and buy Ant-Man. But as a geek, as a would-be nerd, oh great, now I bought Ant-Man, but I don't have the rest of the line, so I go out.
Wasp.
I got to go out and buy everybody else because just because I may not like any of them, but I'll go out and buy it. So it's one of the many pitfalls being a geek. The others being you don't ever get laid and you look like a complete jackass.
It's true.
So we got that covered.
It's true.
But
we're all wearing freaking ludicrous masks.
Yes, and we got called out on that, by the way.
It's true, we did.
Why are you guys hiding your face? Well, we're doing you a favor here. This is a public service announcement. Hello, we're sparing you the agony of staring into our hideous countenances.
It's just a black hole of hideousness.
Yes. This actually right here is
a major improvement.
Major.
A lot less fishy.
But the stink remains, though.
It's a bit squid-like.
Yeah, man. We as fans, we tend to overindulge, shall we say. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go ahead and run you down on our personal top 5. At least for me, I got 5 things here that complete geek buyers regret. Okay, so let me start off with my number 5. I'm going to count you down. Is that cool? All right. My number 5. Okay, look. First, I got
to stop you here first. Because we got to address the obvious elephant in the room. That not being me. But the fact that we have the biggest buyer's regret thing in the table right now, $10 Slimer. We're not going to talk about $10 Slimer.
But he's our flagship mascot now.
He created this empire of thousands.
Yeah, this channel literally started off of buyer's regret.
It really did. I mean, it's a perfect thing that we're doing this video.
Yeah, we really should have done this as our first video because it's going to be just as terrible.
But there's no quality going up. It's just
quality control is out the fucking window.
Plateaued at this point.
But okay, let's start this off, man. Yeah, yes, $10 Slimer rating for all these pieces of shit. My first one, I got to clarify that I am a huge fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a huge fan of Joss Whedon's work in general.
Angel, pretty great.
Angel, Firefly, Doll, you name it, I love them all. But Buffy is the one that I started off with, though, and it's even though I prefer Angel, it's possibly the one I love the most. And a huge fan. So you think I'm a huge fan, I'm going to go buy some stuff, right? I bought the action figures. I bought some high-end collectibles that I don't regret at all. They're awesome. But there's one thing I do regret, and that's deciding to go ahead and venture out there and maybe, I don't know,
buy some shit.
Collect every single damn tie-in novel that they ever released for this thing.
Thousands of them, man.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that this is just a portion of those novels.
There's an entire room full.
Yeah, I built a house of novels. Of Buffy novels.
Actually, our awesome studio is built out of those.
Our AAA class studio is built off of Buffy novels. And here's the thing, though. I'm not saying they're bad. That's why it's at number 5.
They make good building.
They may be, yeah, they're definitely durable. I've never read one of these. And I know, Christopher Golden.
There's a few good ones, I'm sure.
Christopher Golden's a good writer. I've read some of Nancy Holder's stuff.
You put out thousands of turds, there's going to be some good ones.
There's going to be some good ones. But I've never read a one. I just basically decided I'm a Buffy fan. I'm going to buy all of these. And let me clear this up. I am a voracious reader. I love to read.
Oh yeah,
You know.
hasn't read those.
Yeah. If I could print novels on toilet paper so I could read in the toilet, I'd do
Oh,
that.
to be fair, I mean you could just use these.
I could, but then I'd ruin the collection,
And your
which I'm never gonna read.
And your anus would be plundered.
It would be staked. That's horrible.
Oh, freaking horrible.
Okay.
Just like anal
So that's my number 5, man.
all right, my phone.
If your phone has a
pure.
cat, I like how your phone's a cat call.
It's pure freaking professionalism right here.
Yeah,
Phone's going off.
Don't turn off the
Talking
phone.
about anuses.
That's how we roll. Woo! But okay, so Buffy novels
Anus
galore.
being destroyed by this current seat that I'm in, so I have to keep shifting. Pure professionalism.
I'll just go ahead and say that this seat that he's on has entered him.
I'm not gonna go ahead and say this seat is smaller than anything I've ever seen in my life. And I'm currently sitting on an atom. So that's pretty awesome.
Oh man! Well, you see, the good thing is we have so many Buffy novels.
I could just sit on
We
those.
can actually prop you up on some of those.
Make a throne.
Okay, so that's my number 5. But I love Buffy, so I could still kind of put these up on display and go, hey, look, check it out. I bought every damn Buffy novel ever fucking published. Brings me to my number 4 as I tilt and precariously balance off my seat. And number
At least
4,
you have a seat. I have like a freaking stick that I'm sitting in.
sitting in, like it's literally in you
It's
now.
inside. I'm, like scarecrows. That's me right
You're
now.
a fat scarecrow.
Whew.
I like how I just threw out the fat joke, and I'm like a fat guy.
I like how that's always like the insult that
The
people
go-to.
go to. You're
Hey.
fat. Yeah, freaking. You have eyes apparently. Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, oh shit, I'm fat, dude.
Really, it's just like me reassuring myself that my vision is still intact. Oh, you're fat. Oh, yeah, that's right.
You know what's cool? When they shift and I literally feel the seat go like this.
All right, anyway, I'm going to say that's not a load-bearing seat.
It
sir.
really isn't.
All right, so anyway, fat jokes aside. Number 4, buyer's regret thing, and this is like
The
a
seat.
like a this is like a canvas statement. is tie-in book merchandise, not like the novels, but like guides, companions,
Picture books.
Yeah, picture books, guides, because they promise to tell you. And I love all of these shows and movies. They promise to divulge tons of information about the show or the movie, But they give you absolute shit. You actually come off feeling smarter when you read these because you're like, I knew
that.
I knew more than this book ever told me.
It's about 90% of those lists on YouTube. They're like, 10 things you didn't know about this movie.
Which turns out to be 10 things you knew. But yeah, man, like this is a perfect example of a useless piece of shit guidebook right here. It told me I could have written like 3 tomes on Indiana Jones, and this thing just made me regress to like caveman days. My favorite one, though, ironically, and by favorite I mean it's terrible, is my official Buffy the Vampire Slayer Sunnydale High yearbook with complete with fake signatures.
It's cool.
And photography from the show.
It's not even in color, man. Oh,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome right there.
12 pages of full color photos, the feature. Just like a real yearbook, only it tells you in the front.
Yeah.
And I like how the yearbook is represented only by Buffy and her friends.
Standing.
The outcasts.
Yeah, where are the other people?
Yeah, the outcasts of Sunnydale High are going to represent this yearbook. But yeah, generally these companion books and guides are completely fucking useless.
And overpriced.
And ludicrously overpriced. This is one of the better ones. I know, it's a lie. It's horrible, but
Format looks like feet.
it was like $25 for this.
That's pretty insane.
Love Firefly, piece of shit book, man. I mean, I hate those companion guides.
And
Very
you have
few
many
are
of
good.
them.
I have 10,000 of them. Like a fool, I keep buying them. Hey, this one will be good.
There's some good ones. I've seen the James Bond one.
The James Bond one is
That one's
excellent,
good.
but they're rare and far and few and in between.
It's true.
But like a fool, I keep on plummeting, going down into the depths of this mad. What the hell? Did you just like come apart?
Yeah, produce the pill. You don't want to know what's in it.
It's feces.
It's feces and seed.
This
Good
one,
point.
this one's kind of like a geek kick in the ass because it's kind of saying I'm not a geek, but I'm gonna tie it in to something nerdy and geeky. So I was looking through my shit, And
that's pretty bad.
And I came across Britney Spears live from Las Vegas, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that her music is garbage. So the only reason I feasibly bought this was TNA.
Spank DVD.
Yeah. So I'm going. You know, I
made
find
a few
this
deposits to the Spank Bank. Is what I'm saying.
definitely. Yeah.
The disc is worn out.
If disc could talk, but I find
Mania blanket is crispy.
No, I don't ruin my blankets, but yeah, there's just crispy floors.
Oh God! What the fuck? All right.
So I found that. Then I found this.
Man, this is before she was like insane. So
Britney Spears in the Zone. There's no justifying.
No,
this.
there isn't. I'm just trying to make it.
And I thought that's pretty bad, man.
Soften it a little bit, you know.
You know, yeah. Well, it's not gonna work, especially when I have.
God damn it!
The greatest hits collection.
Not helping yourself out here, boy.
So, but that tells you something. I bought something for sheer TNA, but this is not geeky. This is just pathetic.
A little bit.
Well, here's where the tie-in is.
A bit Guardian-like, if you will.
Yeah. Here's where the tie-in is.
Okay.
If you're a comic book nerd, especially from the 90s.
Fetishes is what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah. If you're a comic book bird. If you're a comic book nerd from the 90s, then I'm sure you've at least once bought a Lady Death comic.
Spanked it.
And if you're a really pathetic type like me, you've bought something like this, Lady Death Fetishes, which is not even a comic. It's just...
That's like clickbait. You know, like YouTube clickbait.
It's just like spank shots.
It really is just spank shots.
And not even good spank shots.
I love... You know how there's a guy out there that's like, no, I read it for the story. It's pretty cool, trying to justify it. And then they came out with that and he's like, all right.
See, I could say that because there's actual like story ones here. First of all, they're razor thin.
They're really
like
thin.
Even thinner than your average comic. But second, I've never cracked one of these. Not one. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you that this entire stack of Lady Death comics, only like 5 of them have story, and the rest are like...
Right.
We got a lingerie special going on here. Fetishes Part 2.
Oh, there's a second one to that also.
Alternate covers to fetishes, not to the comics.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's pretty fucking lame,
So
man.
let's just say like about 90% of Lady Death is Lady Death fetishes.
If you're buying Lady Death comics... Generally, I'm sure there's a lot of people that actually read for the story, but generally you're some. At least I was when I was a kid. Although those are like 10 years old, but it was pretty much, hey, look, tits and ass in drawing form, I guess.
I guess. Now there's the internet.
So yeah, now there's the internet, but that's all still pretty kind of acceptable. I mean, we have our kind of lewd thoughts every now and then. I mean, we're human only, right? All right. As geeks, we tend to get excited, though. For example, everybody in the world got excited about the Star Wars prequels. And
it was a piece of turds, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was a massive piece of shit.
That was all right.
But people went out and bought merchandise in...
You bought merchandise. I remember that.
I bought merchandise.
You bought like 50,000 Darth Mauls and like...
No. Let's clear this up. I bought one Darth Maul.
It was 3.
One Qui-Gon Jinn.
One Qui-Gon, yeah.
The 2 people that die and have any chance of being cool.
One Kenobi, I remember that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did
12 Jar Jars.
No Jar Jars, thankfully. But I did buy some merchandise. And I don't loathe Star Wars, but I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I mean, it's chronicled that I am not the biggest Star Wars fan. But even I bought that crap. I don't know why, but I bought it. Okay, here's the thing. It makes sense. People were excited to
honestly, I did that with the second one.
With Attack of the Clones?
Bought a bunch of little freaking toys and shit.
Yeah, I didn't fall for
Mind
that
you,
one.
this was back when I would actually play with them.
That's no excuse.
It was kind of fun.
After Phantom Menace, there's no excuse. But anyway.
Well, I hadn't seen it.
I digress. The point is... We tend to get excited for a sequel, or in that case, a prequel.
Well, not anymore.
And when The Matrix came out, it revolutionized film pretty much, you know? There had been nothing like it on the screen when it came out. And when it came out, people had like a virtual orgasm, like a communal orgasm in the geek community. So when the sequels were announced, everybody was pretty excited. But premature load being spent.
There's a lot of like semen and loads being blown in this episode.
Well, I mean, that's the only way I can describe it is like you waste something essential. So I went to prepare myself for the epic awesomeness of the Matrix
I remember
sequels.
this too.
I went and bought.
No, you ordered them. I remember this.
I had to make sure I had them, so I had to order and secure my purchase. Every single Matrix sequel toy. Like, there's a whole stack of them over here, is what I'm saying. But I didn't stop at the action figures, your standard action figures. I had to get this useless piece of shit, this mechanical chode.
Think it's worth anything? Probably not.
I hope not, because it sucks.
Which looks cool.
Had to buy this piece of crap, because why not?
It's not even that cool, is it?
It's not cool at all. It's pretty fucking shit.
At least the Sentinels.
I had to buy this thing that's like completely out of proportion to all the other figures.
I like how that thing's like in there for like a second. Mm-hmm.
And even though I had made a foolish mistake of buying...
Oh, this is bad, dude.
Buying what essentially is a Barbie doll. Woo! With Trinity from the first film. But I like how it says it's a Barbie doll, first of all. I mean, it's not actually a Barbie doll.
It's like
but it's pretty much... Yeah, it's like a Flarbie. And it says... this is my favorite part. It says... The Matrix, the film.
I pointed this out. Now... Let me bring in a little anecdote here. I pointed this one out, and you had another one, which I think is lost to the ether, that said The Matrix, the motion picture. And I remember pointing that out on these two, and I was like, this licks, right? This sucks. And you're like, well, it is a film. It's cool. Like, that's how lame your fanboyishness was at the time, where you're like, I'm going to justify the fact that it says The Matrix, the film.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this was the first movie, so I had some grounds for trying to be defensive about it.
Yeah, I guess.
But in the end, it sucks.
I mean, technically, it's not wrong. It just...
Yeah, it's not wrong. It is a film, I guess.
Who says that?
Who says The Matrix, the film? Hey, guys, let's go watch The Matrix, the film.
Followed by The Matrix, the motion picture.
I like the look on her face, which just speaks of utter disgust for us.
Yeah, she's like, dude, why'd you buy me?
So basically, buying anything The Matrix was my second worst, regretted. I don't even know where the hell I was going to. Buyer's regret moment, geek buyer's regret moment. But I can't even begin to explain what went through my mind when I bought these. No, as fans of film and music, we tend to buy attire that kind of displays, our support of the product. So you'll see people with a Cap shirt or a Bats shirt, Soups, whatever, And in the case of movies, you'll see people with whatever. You'll see me on the show wearing a Phantasm shirt or any movie that I like.
On the hit show.
Yeah, or hit #1 international success.
It's true.
Global, nationwide. But there is no reason on earth why. First of all, I was not a fan of this.
Nope.
There was no... This was not a sequel. This was a movie that hadn't come out yet. I didn't like the director. I wasn't particularly a fan of the actress, the main star, at the time. I mean, I come to I appreciate.
With her for a while.
But that was after having seen Girl Interrupted, where she's great.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point in time, I had no interest in her whatsoever as an actress, and not even in other senses.
Just get to it, dude. Stop delaying.
I gotta explain.
No,
that there is no damn reason why the hell I would buy this thing. I didn't like video games, so that clues you into what the hell I'm leading to here. I didn't like video games that much. I did play them, but I wasn't a fanatic of them. And I was definitely not a fanatic of this game. Let's just say that when I attempted to play it, I
fell in a pit and bear killed him.
Yeah, which, by the way, if you're familiar with Tomb Raider, which is what I'm talking about, that's like in the first stage.
It's true.
If you fall into a pit, a bear will kill you, and that's it. You're dead. That's what I did.
You can kill him.
You can, but you
don't know how.
You got to avoid really the bear.
Yeah.
But then you waste all your bullets. All right, we're getting into smack. Anyway, the point is, I didn't have any reason to want to see this film, to be excited about this film. None whatsoever. And yet, I went ahead and bought my Tomb Raider shirt because I felt that the world needed to know that I was going to go see this movie. Hey, guys, check it out. Tomb Raider, it's coming out.
Well,
You should go see it like fool-ass me. And in case you didn't get it on Monday when I wore this shirt, how about Tuesday when I wear this one?
I want to point out, it's a pretty horrible shirt.
Yeah, it's
He's
pretty
just
bad.
standing there.
Just kind of standing there staring
Like
off.
caca brown background.
That's my Wednesday one right there.
Yeah.
Boom.
At least sounds alright.
And just in case, I got a stain on it too early or I lost one, I bought some replacements. Just in case.
You got a replacement of the worst one.
And you pointed out as I kind of hinted to you as to what the hell my number one was going to be. You pointed out that was not the extent of it. I also had a soundtrack.
Yep.
I had posters. Yeah, I had posters, and I had a standee, right?
Yes.
And you pointed out that the standee was actually from the sequel. So
Yes.
despite hating the original,
You actually, I want to add to that. You also bought all the figures for the sequel, the soda ones.
yeah. Well, those I bought because by then I was kind of like Angelina Jolie's kind of
Oh, yeah,
hot,
that's a good point.
and then the facial. It looked like her. Wow, I just completely lost it right there. But anyway, but still, they were from a piece of. Yeah, the sculpt was great, but it's from a piece of shit movie that I knew was going to be a piece of shit follow up. Although it was better than the first one,
Yeah.
but that's not saying much considering the first one was literally a cat box. So there you go, man. I still cannot explain why the hell I bought anything Tomb Raider related. So what do you got?
Bam.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let the people go ahead and decide about that one right there. Let's just clarify that we are a very big Stooges fan.
Went into the Goodwill.
I like how it. Wait a minute, hold on. I like how it's not even. I went into this high-end store
I did not buy it when it was released. I went into Goodwill,
because it was released like in 1810.
bought that shit, came home, noticed that it was broken, as if someone threw it against the freaking wall.
As
Repeatedly.
they would if they ever got that.
And then that guy's friend came over and sledgehammered it to death.
Okay, so was it a piece of... It looks in pretty good condition to me.
I fixed it. So I spent time fixing it. I bought this turd, spent time fixing it, then realized I bought this turd and put it in the closet where it's been for like 10 years now.
As is evidenced by
By
the
the dust.
copious amounts of dust.
Now I wish we could show its action because it actually
Yeah.
moves and shit.
It has a little button right here.
But I refuse to buy batteries for this turd.
Because you know it's going to be
It's garbage.
horribly annoying.
I bought it once, regretted it.
I like how Mo is like eviscerating Curly.
I like how Mo looks like a midget.
Their legs in general are
It's
terrible.
freaking horrible.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the champion. You didn't even bring in 5.
Nope,
You just brought the one.
That counts as 5.
It does count as 5. It's 3, but it counts as 5.
Also want to add that you can plug it into the wall if you want.
Oh my god, you can?
Yeah. No, you missed it. The button, it's in the back. Don't look for it. Don't spend time with this thing.
don't
trust me, you
don't
can.
invite that demon into your life.
No, it's horrible.
So here you go, folks. Let us know in the comment section. All our 1 billion viewers.
True.
Let us know what the worst thing that your geek mania has made you buy. I mean, what stupid ass thing have you bought, and why did you
Is
regret
it worse than mine?
You've probably set the standard. I mean, that's a high bar or a low bar.
That
I guess.
along with $10 Slimer.
Yeah, you're the champion. But there you go. There you have it. Please share, subscribe, like. Don't like something.
Anything.
If you think this is amusing, if you hate us, whatever. Yeah. Well, okay.
Hey, make sure to point out that we're fat. If you hate us, make sure to point out that we don't show our faces.
Yeah.
All the stuff that, you could just tell by looking at us.
Yeah, please make sure and point out that this is a dusty piece of shit toy
It's horrible.
because we don't know.
Make sure to point out that our setup is garbage.
But anyway, in all seriousness, any feedback is appreciated. And stay tuned for more stuff. This is
See you in like 50 years when we do a new video.
Yeah, this is see you in 50 years when we do a new video. And I'm Ahab. But anyway, yeah. See you next time, folks.
It's gonna brighten my ass.
Cool.
No? Stop.
Stop. Gonna.
I like when the seat's creaking.
At the time, you justified him. Oh man, there's storylines.
There's a cool story! There's a cool story, bro! Keep freaking burping goddamn onions.
That's what you get for eating onions. The point is, I have these things.
Point is sad.
And it's pathetic because I have no interest.
Being plundered by the seat.
Look, we're gonna get you a new seat, man. If you want to donate a new seat to the GoonTick, feel free. Cause
I will take one that stinks like ass. I don't even give a shit. This freaking hurts.